Hello everyone, it's Vicky here today designing for Pinkfresh Studio, and I am using the Picture Perfect collection, which is really super pretty. And I chose this pink paper because I'm feeling in a pink springtime mood. And I have a photo here of me and my husband from some years ago at a wedding. So I'm going to cut a circle from this piece of paper. I just used a sort of a compass ruler. I don't know what you call it. They use it for children, and quite honestly, it's safe for me rather than a compass because I'm liable to stick myself with a compass. So I find that it's super easy to draw it and cut it out like that anyway. So I'm going to distress the edges as well. And my idea is to have this circle slightly off my page, um, coming up from the bottom, sort of like that there. And I'm going to stick that down. There we go. And then I'm going to think about putting some stitching around it. So I just pull out my pokey mat with my pokey tool. I'm sure that's got an actual name. I call it a pokey tool. And I'm punching holes all the way around. And then I'm going to sew through it with some pink floss. And it's a similar colour to the paper. And I'm just going to sew a running stitch all the way around the edge, and you won't have to watch me do that all the way around. I will cut through the video in just a second, but yeah, so just a running stitch going backwards on itself. Again, there's probably a technical name for that as well, which I don't know. But that's what I'm doing there. Just got a bit of a knot in the thread. There we go, and that's it done. So I just distress the edge a bit more with my fingers, and I'm going to place my photo there. It's going to hang off the bottom, so I'm going to cut the bottom of the photo off ultimately. But I'm just playing with these tags here, which come in a pack, which are really cute. They're sort of like layering pieces, but they also have a hole to make them into a tag. So and I do make use of that hole a bit later on. So I feel like I'm going to layer some up like that, and then I'm just going to choose some embellishments from the collection, which I always love Pinkfresh embellishments. They just make me smile because they're all so pretty. And I'm going to use this chipboard frame as a layer, first of all. And you're still going to be able to see the words on that, which are "Celebrate This." And I'm going to tuck it under my photo. So I'm going to think about sticking these things down so I've got my base, and then I can start to build around it. So I'm going to start by layering down these tags, just sticking those down. I cut the bottom off of that orangey one because I thought I could use that again, that little XOXO. You can't see that underneath, so I didn't want to waste it. I technically could have done the same with the green one underneath, but I didn't do that. Okay, so I'm layering in that frame just there. My photo's going to go on top, and I'm just going to stick that down. I'm putting a bit of foam on one side because one side is up on the frame, so I didn't want it to be unbalanced. So I'm just going to stick that down as well. Okay, so I'm happy this is the base of my layout. Now I'm going in with some embellishments. And I feel like I want to curl up the edges of these layering pieces just to add some texture there. And love me some florals, so we're going to add some florals in. This little tag's cute. It just says today, and it's got a little heart on, and I thought that was really cute. Think about using this puffy sticker, but I think it's just not the right color for the theme I have going on here. I just have the pinks and the paler green, so I'll come back to that in another layout. There, so that tag's going to go there. It doesn't actually look like a tag, but I like it there. I'm going to put a flower underneath it shortly. This piece of paper has fussy cutting potential written all over it, so I'm going to cut out a couple of bunches of florals there. You can see I put one on the left and one on the right. I'm going to fit that little XO in there in pink. And I'm just curling up the leaves on the edge of the florals just to add a bit of texture as well to those. I've left a white border around each of them just to make it easier to cut out. There we go. Pretty. Love those florals. I need 5 more sheets of that, I think. So I'm just cutting off my photo off the edge. So now that's a straight edge at the bottom. I'm going to put this chipboard frame in there. That says live out loud. I'm just going to tuck that in at the top. I like this little tag. It says happiness blooms all year. So I'm going to put that just there, and it's going to cover the photo slightly, but that's okay. It covers a large chunk of black on that photo, so that's fine for me. Okay, so now at the top, I feel the top's a bit empty, so I want to put a splash of colour across the top, and I'm going to cut a diagonal line across my piece of paper, and I'm going to put the pink at the back that matches the circle. So to do this, I'm just going to keep that piece I cut off so that I can line it up, because what I don't want to do is end up with a piece that's bigger than 12 by 12. So if you see, I just line it up using that piece and then take that away. It's a little quick way of being able to do that. And I also distressed the edges a bit with my finger because I forgot to do it before I stuck it down. So I'm going into this piece of paper again for another flower arrangement because I love them so much. And I'm going to put that up there. First of all, I'm going to ruffle up the leaves again, and then I'm going to put some foam underneath just to add a bit of dimension for it. That's going to stick right there. I think about putting some words up there, but I can't really make it work. Actually, in retrospect, I thought actually it looked better than it did at the time, but anyway, it's not on there. And I just cut off the edges again of that floral so that the edge is straight and it goes into my album easily. The title that I want to put on here is Us. I start with a uppercase U, but I don't really like it, so I go to an lowercase u, and then I move it down to cover slightly over the photo, and I think that that sort of looks nice in that position. I thought it was a bit too harsh just on that whitey background. Okay, so then I'm going to take some more floss and thread it through these tags, and I'm just going to put it loosely around the page and just stick it where it falls, and just sort of adds a little finishing touch, I think, to the whole layout, which I really love. There we go, that's it. The final layout is coming. There it is. I do hope it's given you some information for Picture Perfect. This is a beautiful collection and I'm sure you'll love it too. Please let me know if you have any questions. Be happy to answer them. I will link to this collection in the Pinkfresh store so that you can see it. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Vicki for Pinkfresh Studio. Until next time, bye bye.